Lower dunk.
Hello and welcome to Lord Up, the show where we take somebody who hasn't played a game and we walk them through the full story.
3 guesses what we're covering.
It's Mortal Kombat, baby! I am joined by Chase.
A very, very serious Chase.
And Neil.
Yeah, baby!
And why are you feeling so serious, Chase?
Oh, it's time. We have reached the climax.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready to climax.
All I have
for this series.
There goes the money!
all I have written as the opening for this is, all in capital letters, 62 characters.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God, is it really?
This is the end of phase 1. Deaths matter now, and I'm not wasting any time
Please
with any
tell me
rigmarole.
we just have like 15 color swapped variants of like ninjas and shit.
Get the fatalities ready, okay?
Fatality.
Thank you. Sincerely, this, like, it's a bloodbath. Get ready with the fatalities. I'm going to be queuing you. I have nothing else to say about this. This is the end of phase 1. We are going to be covering phase 2 at the beginning of 2026. There you go. That's what we're covering at the start of next year. This matters. It's critical. Let's get into it. Everybody is alive as of last game.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Some are
Everybody,
zombies, but yeah.
yeah. But in one way,
Yeah, but
everybody's
it's
playable.
like a living soul in a zombie body, so that's basically
Yeah,
the same.
I just want any predictions about what this is, and then we're going to go straight into it.
We're about to fight Pachinko. Pachinko has gone power hungry.
You think Shujinko, who is the big dumb dummy from last episode, you think he's going to be our big
He's
bad?
a dumbass. He has a stinky evil taint. And he is definitely going to be our big bad.
We had...
He has too much power.
We had kind of limited options following the first of this sort of trilogy, I suppose. After Dark Alliance, all the villains were killed. And then after the last one, they all kind of came back.
Everybody's back.
Everyone's on the
Unless
table.
Gibby Chevrolet comes back.
Gibby Chev...
You mean Shinnok?
Gibby Chevrolet.
Damn it. I can't believe that I'm able to tell who you mean.
Gibby Chevrolet.
Do you know how many names I have stored up here?
Gibble.
Oh, you're right. Excuse me, Gibbel Chevrolet.
Yeah, sorry, Gibbel Chevrolet, our 63rd character, right? So
I mean, I guess he could come back as the bad for this one, but it'd be a bit out of nowhere.
are you ready?
No.
Let's get epic.
really?
Armageddon. A wasteland. A dusty battlefield in a dry canyon miles from civilization. A vulture hungrily picks at a decapitated head. Over gruesome images of slain warriors, we hear a deep, gravelly voice. There have been many powerful warriors throughout the millennia, but ages of Mortal Kombat have begun to tear the fabric of the realms. The critical point has finally been reached. A Shokin steps into shot, bristling, not Goro, bristling, stretching his 4 massive arms, looking into the distance. It was unforeseen the combatants would one day grow too powerful and too numerous. If left unchecked, their intensifying combat would weaken and shatter the realms and bring about the apocalypse.
So this is the Elder Gods' fucking fault.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was their
they made
idea.
Yeah, their fucking fault.
Bang, crash, splat. 2 armies smash into each other in the middle of the wasteland. Everybody is here. Raiden, Shao Kahn,
I was about
Katana,
to say, this is literally
Sindel.
just Smash Bros.
Yeah, Scorpion, Johnny, it's very Smash Bros. Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, the list goes on and on and on. Every conceivable mortal combatant that we have ever seen on the battlefield together. Kano roundhouse kicks Sonya. Scorpion brings a large sword down on Chameleon's head. Fatality.
Chameleon.
Jesus.
The fallen elder god Shinnok stands over Raiden and summons humongous skeletal fingers to trap him. Kung Lao stabs Baraka in the throat.
Jesus.
Fatality.
Jax spreads Quan Chi's legs and snaps them.
Hot.
Fatality.
Shao Kahn cleaves through warriors left and right with his massive warhammer, splitting skulls, breaking bones, and as he does, the Pyramid of Argus shoots up from the desolate wastes.
So the Pyramid of what?
Argus, we've heard that name.
You've heard it once before, the Pyramid of Argus.
Oh, is this the one
You
you
will
said
learn
is a
more.
bad... This is
The
Otherworlds?
This is the previous protector of Earth before...
No, this is the protector of Otherworld.
Well done, Chase, because that really was a throwaway comment by me
It
4
was,
episodes
and
ago.
you said you hated him.
Yeah, Argus
You said
sucks.
he's dumb.
Argus sucks. But this
Does
is
he suck because he's bad, or does he suck because he's dumb?
both.
Okay, cool.
The Pyramid of Argus shoots up from the desolate wastes, and our narrator explains. The elder gods demanded, I'll tell you now, it's Argus speaking. The elder gods demanded a safeguard be put in place to avoid total destruction, one that would make use of the combatants' insatiable bloodlust. Like moths to a flame, they would be drawn to battle. Every warrior stops fighting and stares at the top of the pyramid. A flaming pyre burns there, something glorious, something powerful. A moment of calm rushes over them, and then Johnny Cage throws the first punch, clocking Melina in the side of the head and rushing up the stairs. Everyone claws up the side of the pyramid, stabbing, hacking, kicking at each other, desperate to be the first to reach the top.
God, just imagine the Johnny Cage movie that's going to come out of this.
Bo-Rai Cho gets ahead and whirls around, vomiting down the stairs.
God.
Making everyone behind him trip and fall back. Shiva
Jesus.
leaps ahead. She's the female Shokin with the forearms. She leaps ahead and throws him to the side. Kenshi interrupts, thrusting his sword through her stomach.
Fatality.
Christ.
Quan Chi leaps in with two blades and brings them down hard on top of Kenshi's head. Floyd and Casanova pull out their laser guns and start shooting wildly. Ermac levitates Quan Chi and throws him off the side of the pyramid onto the rocks below. And Onaga flies in on huge wings, scoops up Shao Kahn and soars off, chewing on his
How is
face.
he alive again?
Two of those names are made up, and I bet you didn't even notice there's so much going on.
Was it Casanova? So it's the two that I said, who are those?
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
Fatality.
Really impressed you actually managed to keep up with that. Yeah, Floyd and Casanova are not real people.
Yeah, but also, how is...
Onaga back.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
Is it because he died in post-credits and that doesn't count?
No, it counts. He did die. Zombie Liu Kang staggers towards Shang Tsung and swings his chains at the Soul Sorcerer. Despite his rotting husk, the muscle memory keeps his martial artistry clean and he deflects every blow. The camera slowly pans up away from the chaos to the top of the pyramid. At last, the narrator growls, it has all come to this final battle. Armageddon has begun. And then we see him, the thing that waits at the top of the pyramid. Blaze, end of days incarnate.
Oh.
So Blaze, there's actually a little post-credits thing with Blaze in Deception, but I just kind of held off on it because I thought, fuck it, better just to have the big reveal happen here. Blaze has been around since time immemorial. You're going to learn a lot about what this thing is. This is a flash forward. We're about to flash back. This is the thing. This is Armageddon as a creature. Part one.
So this is our big bad.
This is our big bad.
Not
is Blaze,
Pachinko.
not Pachinko. It's kind of the implication from this opening cutscene is everybody is the big bad. This big battle that we've just witnessed will bring on the end of the realms somehow.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So,
What?
I mean, we've seen Mortal
Monty
Kombat's
agrees.
world. It's a shit show.
Don't like that.
Part one, Blast from the Past. We flash back to some years before Mortal Kombat 1. A bearded man with a white mane of hair stands atop the pyramid and looks out over a vast desert. This is Argus, one of the gods of Edenia and its divine protector. He is the Raiden of Edenia / Outworld.
It just seems like...
How Edenia slash out?
Well, he's Edenia, but then when he merged, he kind of just by default became the protector of both.
Okay, but then they separated again, so did he...
But
back
right
to Edenia?
at this point in time, Edenia and because we're before Mortal Kombat 1, Edenia and Outworld are now one place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but don't worry about when it's separated. Honestly, don't worry about that stuff
so
right
worried.
now. Well, don't be.
It's pretty fast and loose. Raiden basically seems to act as the guardian of most of them.
It's true. Raiden just doesn't have faith in any of the rest.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. And remember, Raiden is Dark
Dark
Raiden at this
Raiden.
point. Yeah. So it's done. He sighs. Taven and Dagon have been hidden. The dragons Orin and Karo will be by their sides. His wife Delia approaches. I trust they'll be safe in the caves. I only hope Shao Kahn shows no interest in Earthrealm. Unlikely, Argus snorts. He's focused on Edenia. The pyramid's complete. You're certain the battle will take place here? I am. I sent Blaze to monitor the realms. When the time has come, he'll signal the dragons and the quest will begin. Are we doing the right thing, Argus? Your visions determined this course of action. The powerful warriors will come. The corruption of a Mortal Kombat tournament. The chain of events you foretell will lead to a conflict that'll destroy us all. The combatants must be dealt with. No, Delia says. I meant involving Taven and Dagon. Our sons are the only ones we can trust. They'll prove their worth to the Elder Gods and bring honor to Edenia. Sometime later, and after the events of Mortal Kombat Deception, one of the sons, Taven, bursts out of the monolith his father had kept him in. He's greeted by Orin, the Golden Dragon. Taven!
Oh, they're straight up dragons now.
Straight up dragons now. Yeah, we're in Edenia and Outworld, so there's dragons. Taven, Orin beams proudly. It's good to see you awakened. Orin, what happened here? You were encased in stone to protect you from harm until I received a signal to awaken you. Your father has prepared a competition between you and your brother. Taven blinks. Competition? Last I remember, Dagon and I were summoned to Father's throne room and then nothing. Orin doesn't know much about the particulars, but he gives Taven his next destination, his father's temple, so off we go. Along the way, Taven bumps into Cobra, Kira, and Caleb.
Okay.
The new ones.
They are the new members of the Black Dragon clan that I mentioned very briefly. Yup. We got Ken from Street Fighter.
Cobra Kai?
It feels very Cobra Kai because we've got Cobra Kira. Yeah, Cobra Kira. Cobra Kira and Caleb surveying the area for the Black Dragon clan. They try to kill him because he's not Black Dragon and he kicks their ass. Making it to the temple, he sees a weird set of murals that he doesn't recognize. His mother Delia having a vision. His father Argus speaking with the Elder Gods. Sleeping figures protected by dragons, likely him and his brother. The final mural shows Taven and Dagon running up the Pyramid of Argus to attack Blaze. Where is everyone? Taven wonders. Doesn't seem like anyone's worshipped here in ages. Flash. An illusion of Argus appears and addresses him, laying out the plan. He's left them some magic swords. Take one, join up with Dagon, and kill Blaze. Why exactly is that the plan? I don't know. Argus vanishes, and to make matters worse, the swords are missing.
Brilliant. Good job, everyone.
Is it Michael and Charles?
Michael and Charles.
Michael and Chris.
Michael and Chris.
The magic swords.
Yeah.
No. Zap. The cyber ninja Sector decloaks and stuns Taven, calling in his warship for evacuation. Ugh. What are you? Taven blinks when he awakens later on the ship, staring at Sector's red armor. Bear in mind, this guy's been asleep for years doing fantasy medieval shit, and suddenly there's a cyborg standing in front of him. I will ask the questions, Sector says. What did you learn from the altar in the temple? What did you see? Taven starts ranting about how Sector's... I don't know, yeah, I've made him a Dalek.
Very Dalek voiced.
He kind of just sounds like a normal guy with a little robot tinge to him, but I've made him full robot here. Taven starts ranting about how Sector is going to regret this, but Sector doesn't listen, shocking him with electricity. He prepares to continue the interrogation when, bam, an explosion rocks the warship as a voice comes out over the speakers. This is Sonya Blade. You are in violation of the Earthrealm Accord. Surrender immediately or face elimination. So it seems like war has broken out amongst everybody since the end of the last game. Like, factions are just at war with each other. It's pure chaos. After the Deadly Alliance and Onaga, people just don't trust each other anymore. Any alliances that existed before, they're just gone and everyone's at each other's throats. The damage to the ship loosens Taven's restraints, so while Sector is distracted, he scurries through, eventually finding a way out. Through a hole in the side of the ship. He leaps out and decides to ask Orin if he knows what the hell is going on. He can just communicate with him telepathically. This isn't the Earth realm he recognizes. Orin is useless, Orin the dragon. He has no idea. He's been stuck in his cave protecting Taven all this time, so the movements of the world are unknown to
The
him.
same
This
cave as
plan
you,
doesn't seem
dumbass.
great.
No, it's not. He points out that it's strange we're being tasked with killing something as powerful as Blaze. Argus might be a god, but Taven's mother was mortal, making him only half a god. Transforming you to a full god would require... Orin stops himself. Require what? What else did you learn?
I don't know.
I need to travel north, we say. There's another item left for me in my mother's temple. So off we go, arriving.
Why does his mother have a temple if she's immortal?
I don't know. She just has. Well, she's a seer. She's a prophet. People worshipped her. Yeah. Argus is Mrs.
She's basically like Oracle of Delphi kind of thing. Is she? Right, okay.
Yes, yeah, but pretty. That's pretty accurate, actually. So off we go, arriving in a frozen tundra. We fight an abominable snowman.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
that's a
a playable
what do you
character?
call it from Star Wars? It's like a
No, that's a Wookiee. But I know which one you mean, though.
it's
Yeah.
a wampa. Is that what it's called? The thing that Luke
Chops
has
its
to
arm
fight
off.
in episode
Yeah.
5.
Hides inside it. So, yeah.
Nope.
Dunno. We head to the snow place, and Sonya Blade is waiting for us. Turns out that Sector put a tracking beacon on Taven, so she can, in her words, follow us anywhere. Now tell me, she seethes, what is Sector planning? Comply or I'll be forced to bring you in for questioning. I'm the son of Argus, Taven replies. I don't know anything about Sector, and even if I did, you have no authority over me. Boom, bam, fighty time. Taven beats her back, and Sonya relents in her pursuit, telling him she'll be keeping an eye on him as we journey on. But is that a new character?
What?
He leaps down from a
There
nearby
weren't
cliff.
enough in this game?
Apparently, yeah. So he leaps down from a nearby cliff face and drinks in Taven.
He drinks Taven.
So it's true, he says. I don't know why I made him English, he isn't, but in my mind he is.
Okay,
so
go with
it's
it,
true.
go with it.
Delia's son has returned to claim the prize and save the realms. I figured you'd eventually come to this place, Taven. You seem to know much about me, but I know nothing of you, friend. I'm no friend of yours. I am Rain, a prince of Edenia. Once I defeat you, I'll kill your brother, and then I will claim the prize. Rain does not defeat us. we knock him out cold on the
Oh,
ice.
it's a shame. You can tell he's been hyping himself up for this for years.
Katana's brother?
No. So, fun thing about this. No, Rain does not defeat us. We knock him on the cold ice. And if you're curious, just very quickly, fatality, right? His fatality
Jesus,
shows
okay.
us he's a ripper. No, sorry. No, I mean his fatality is terrible here, but you get a sense. He's a ripper. He rips arms, legs, organs, rips it all off of his enemy with an ultimate fatality. He's also the bastard half-brother of Taven and Dagon. He is Argus's bastard. And fun thing about that's why he's like, I'm the real Prince of Edenia. And fun thing about this, he is a purple warrior who is a Prince of Edenia, and his name is Rain. Purple Rain.
Prince.
That's exactly what that is. It's a little reference.
That's some fucking JoJo level
Yeah,
shit.
that's fun.
It's good stuff. So Taven makes it to the temple, and what do you know? It's been taken over by the Lin Kuei. Turns out that Sub-Zero rebuilt his clan on the bones of Argus's legacy. Taven bristles at the injustice and fights his way through.
Why is that injustice?
Well, because he's like, this is my mum's temple, and you've moved a bunch of ninjas in here, you dick.
Nobody was using it.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
That's squatters' rights.
Squatters, right?
But that's like squatters' rights used in the correct way. That's the way that they're meant to be used.
Stupidly, he finds the frozen body of Frost and shatters the ice, breaking her from her self-imposed captivity. You remember she got the dragon medallion and it froze her. And this is where Sub-Zero placed her, and he's just broken
On
her
a
free.
table.
Yeah, she was more of an altar, but yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
This is just where he put her to look after her, basically. Because Sub-Zero still kind of looked after Frost. He's still hoping that she can change her ways. But yeah. What happened? She casts an icy stare over Taven and leaps to her feet. Sub-Zero, give me the medallion! Taven holds his hands up and is like, whoa, you seem to be a bit delirious. I am not Sub-Zero, but maybe you should. But Frost doesn't listen. She swipes at Taven with a gnarled hand. Taven deftly dodges it, kicks her into the air, does a sick air combo, and slams her down. That dealt with, he makes it to the top of the temple, where Sub-Zero is waiting. Sub-Zero does not like intruders, beating up all of his men and unfreezing his traitorous protege, so of course they took it out. But Taven wins. Zero squints at the tattoo on Taven's face, a dragon. He casts his eyes around the hall and sees the same imagery adorned on the doors and statues. Who are you? He asks. My name is Taven. I merely came here to retrieve something that belongs to me, a gift from my mother. Sub-Zero's like, well, why didn't you say so? And the pair put aside their differences to unlock the sealed chamber at the back of the room.
We've been trying to get in for months.
Pretty much, yeah.
We thought there might be some gold.
His gift is a special set of ceremonial armor. Ooh. I'm starting to think this competition isn't just some game, Taven breathes. But before he can think on it too long, a group of black assassins break into the temple and surround him and Sub-Zero. Time to choose sides, Zero grunts. Friend or foe? Taven agrees to help, and together the pair cleave through the intruders.
Where's Orin? Why is it only following Taven?
We play only as Taven. We will pick up on what the brothers are up to in a bit.
Are they against each other, or are they meant to be with?
It's meant to be a competition between the two, whatever this is.
Why?
Big mystery.
If they're gonna fight Blaze together in the end.
Big mystery.
Okay.
Yeah. They cleave through the intruders, no problem. The assassins in black are brutal, skilled, breaking necks and stabbing hearts. When all is said and done, Sub-Zero's clan is decimated.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Again?
chuck in a fatality for the Lin Kuei. There's none left.
Fatality.
Yeah. There's like 3 of them, I think, including Frost. The leader steps forward, and it's Smoke.
Oh, almost.
His body is wispy and ethereal. His time in the Netherrealm and the cruel experiments of Noob Saibot have rendered his form smoky. He's defeated and with a hiss, vanishes.
He finally got his aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally actually made of smoke. How do you defeat that? I don't know, but we do. Sub-Zero freezes the smoke, I guess.
You use hockey. He's clearly a Logia fruit user.
Is that nominative determinism there? Is that what we call that?
Fuck is
Because he
that?
named himself Smoke and he became Smoke, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so he disappears and he's replaced by Noob Saibot.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He stuns Sub-Zero and attacks Taven, throwing out some
Aw.
shurikens to
This
catch
is
Taven
one of
unaware.
Noob's worst looks. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a bad look. Yeah, it's not great.
It's a bit disappointing.
Noob Saibot's like, wah, throws stuff around. Taven sweeps the leg, snaps his wrist, tosses him limply to the ground. Who's he? He doesn't seem to be human. Sub-Zero explains the gist. Noob Saibot, brother, corrupted by the Netherrealm.
Also, I'm loving that
Best friend, cyborg, smoke monster.
I'm loving that Terry's ceremonial armor is essentially like a leather rocker's jacket.
Yeah, it does look very leather rocker,
But with
the
the kind
armor.
of dragon wings on the back. It's
Yeah.
cool. I like it.
Also, what's his name before I start just calling him Terry?
Taven.
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 Taven. Like tavern without the R.
Thanks.
There you go.
Thanks for that.
Yep, that's going to help.
I mean, that probably will actually.
Sub-Zero kind of has a flash of hope in his eyes, though, and he says, like, maybe now, after all this time, he might be able to find a way to save Noob Saibot now that he's here. In return for, like, undo the brainwashing of Quan Chi. In return for his help in taking down Noob, Sub-Zero explains something to Taven, something key. He explains that the Red Dragon clan has been hunting for him for reasons currently unknown. This is where the Red Dragon actually becomes kind of important. Sounds like we have our next stop. Near the headquarters of the Red Dragon, the wing god Fujin shows up
Oh, Windfart.
after his big demotion.
Yeah, we never really found out how he felt about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's just Windfart, so.
Sure.
Taven knows him well. Fujin is an old friend of the family, knew him since childhood. He asks Taven to stay back.
He's the babysitter.
Pretty
Could've
much.
been, yeah.
It's really implied that way. Yeah.
Wait,
like,
so does he know Raiden then?
yeah, he knows who Raiden is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've met. So he asked Taven to stay back, but Taven doesn't listen. Something about all of this just seems really off. He's right to be suspicious. It turns out that the leader of the Red Dragon is none other than his brother Dagon. You look older, Taven frowns. I am much older than you, big brother. So you were awakened before me. Why are you here? Well, I formed the Red Dragon clan many years ago, sent them out across the globe to find you. I see you're wearing your armor. Good. I wear mine all the time now. He seems tired. Like just done, this guy.
So are the Red Dragon goodies?
Why were you searching for me? Wasn't it obvious? I intend to kill you.
Oh, well, never mind. Nope. Not goodies.
The prize will be mine, Taven. I won't lose it to you. Before Taven can respond, a familiar voice interrupts. Mavado. He's back from an expedition. They found the location of Blaze. Excellent, Dagon grins. He looks dispassionately at Taven. Mavado, take care of my brother. Ensure he doesn't leave this stronghold alive. He leaves the pair to their duel, a stupid move, because
Yes.
Taven wipes the floor with
gonna
Mavado
say.
almost immediately. Yeah.
Mavado, we've not seen Mavado win, really, have we?
This guy's shown up, done very little, got very little backstory. He's now dead. Not dead, but no, sorry. Just taken down,
Peppa Pig.
Where is he, Taven demands. Where is Blaze? Mavado's only response is a sly smile. He knows, so Taven doesn't know much, but he knows like that Blaze exists. He knows that is a thing. So yeah, Mavado's only response is a sly smile. As Taven reaches for his foe to make his point more strenuously, Mavado snaps away in a concealed elastic cord. He disappears through a hatch that seals behind him. He literally kind of like gets dragged into like a door in the floor.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's really dumb. He journeys through the caves pursuing his brother, but runs into Kano. The Red Dragon had captured him, you might remember, and in the chaos of Taven's attack, he's broken free. What are the Red Dragon doing here? Taven asks. Seems they're trying to create real red dragons, Taven says.
Oh, folks.
Oh, he looks so derpy
Folks,
as well.
If you're not able to view along with us, we are looking at a screenshot of the goofiest red dragon, man. I guess it's like lizard, but like reptile.
It's reptile, but red.
red.
Yeah.
And his eyes are quite far apart, and he looks lovely.
I'm gonna be the Dragon King.
That's very Red Dragon. So Taven's like, what? It's like, seems like they're trying to create real dragons, says Kano. They've been able to create a hybrid of man and lizard using their own clan members as test subjects. They were trying something new on me, but they'll never finish it now. He runs away. Good for him. It seems like all the devils are here because in a large chamber at the end of the caves, we find Quan Chi and an entourage from the Netherrealm. He's interrogating one of his goons. Quan Chi, I've done as you commanded, the goon says. Then give me what you have found.
Why has Quan Chi turned from Kratos to like Voldemort?
Very Voldemort coded here, you're right. Yeah, his flat nose. It's just the
he's
graphics.
lost like all the bulk.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
He's
Poor
had a
guy.
stressful few weeks.
I will say that Phase 2 Quan Chi looks really good and is consistent throughout the game.
He's just in a cut, you know?
Yeah.
Just really, really tracking it.
So the goon is like, well, Mr. Quan Chi, I've done as you commanded. And Quan Chi's like, give me what you found. And he's like, well, I couldn't risk detection, so I didn't carry the records with me. The goon taps his head. They're all up here. Quan Chi rips the goon's head off.
Oh my gosh.
And they run away. I do not remember what the fuck that is.
He takes it back to his lab and he's like, now how do I get them out of here?
Yeah, bizarre.
May have been rash.
I'm not the soul guy. I can't get the soul data.
I also forget their names, but you will note that he's flanked by the two other demon women
just all the-
from
all the
mythologies.
hotties.
Yeah.
And Jade?
No.
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 I don't think they were given names.
They are not important. They don't get dialogue, so yeah, it's whatever. Quan Chi rips a goon's head off, runs away, and then we follow. In the basement of the facility is Caro, Dagon's dragon.
Ooh.
He's red. He's shackled and chained up. Without thinking, Taven smashes the machinery, keeping him in place, freeing him. I don't have this here. I'm just going to note this very quickly. When we go in, Reptile is here already, and Reptile's trying to make the machinery work, and he doesn't understand buttons, and he's like, why isn't this working? And the dragon's just like, I'm not telling you. And he's like, no! So we beat up Reptile. Reptile's gone.
Poor Reptile.
Reptile's
he
my
went from
boy, you know
the
that?
most threatening, like, secret hidden boss in his entire series.
To me-
The hardest to unlock secret boss.
want someone to bone.
Yeah, to literally just a derpy old lizard.
You ever hear about that Galapagos turtle that fucked his species way out of extinction? That's gonna be me.
That's true, you know.
I believe you.
So we take care of Reptile. Don't worry about that. Carol, let's focus on Carol. He's here. So Taven smashes the machinery.
That's quite sweet of Taven.
He's all chained up, and he's like, what is this? And he smashed the machinery, frees the dragon. And Carol's like, thank you. I've been enslaved here by Dagon. He uses me to teleport his clan anywhere in the realms. He's not the man I once knew, and I am partially to blame. A long time ago, I lost contact with the fire spawn blaze. I mistakenly took it as the signal to awaken your brother, but it was too soon. Reviving him early had unforeseen effects. Dagon was unbalanced. He was outraged that he be manipulated by your parents and demanded to know the true purpose of the quest. He learned that purpose, and whatever the truth was disturbed him greatly. He killed them both.
What?
Killed them?
Fatality.
Absolutely. Killed them? Impossible. Father was a god. Mother was a powerful sorceress. How he did it is of little concern, but I am to blame, and I will atone for my mistake.
Also, what a dick using, like, capturing the dragon to be a
Yeah.
teleporter when we know in universe they have teleporter tech.
It
Like,
is
he could have just
brutal.
gone over to, you know, Jax and Co. and be like, can I grab a teleporter?
It's really sad because
They have it on bracelets.
I don't think I do it justice. The dragons are really treated like pets. That is absolute. They're not these big. I mean, they're clever. Obviously, they're powerful beings, but it's not like Game of Thrones where they're like these legendary old wise beings. They are treated in this. These two are treated like the family pets. And he chained him up and forced him to open teleportation devices. It's probably one of the brutalest things to happen in the series. Yeah, really grim. So he's like, I will atone for my mistake. He opens a portal to the Netherrealm so that we can follow Dagon and swears to stay behind, destroying the Red Dragon clan once and for all. When I'm done. Yeah.
Wow. We have got a screenshot, folks, of a loading screen or whatever here, and it is just the dragon Caro just eviscerating the dragon clan by breathing fire on them. There's also fire coming out of his eyes, which is a kind of unusual and cool detail for a dragon.
He's making so much fire that the head can't contain it.
Yeah,
He also
it's
doesn't
so good.
seem to have wings, but hey, we're not
Yeah.
going to get into the details of dragons. And
Let's assume that he got his wings cut off or
It's
something.
It's
or...
probably like Eastern dragons. They don't always have wings.
That's
this is true. Good point.
Shenron doesn't have wings.
That's true.
That's true.
Chevron.
So Caro says, when I'm done, the Red Dragon clan will be nothing more than broken bodies strewn through the hollows of this mountain. Taven bows and heads through the portal. The Netherrealm, he thinks like, I really hope he's okay, and we see he is absolutely fine. Off we go to the Netherrealm. The Netherrealm is as chaotic as ever. Fire bellows, lava flows.
That's the Chaos Realm.
So, yeah.
Please.
Fire bellows, lava
is
flows. Dagon waits for us at the base of a volcano. But classic Taven, he gets a little bit distracted on his way. He's a little bit Shujinko coded, this guy. The fallen elder god Shinnok is getting his ass handed to him on a nearby ridge. That's not Shinnok. There we go. Did I cut this?
Gibby Chevrolet, what are you doing?
Sorry. We'll jump to Shinnok in a sec. Just know that he also fights Draman and Moloch. They're there. They're like, welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell.
We kick them into some lava. It's whatever. Next, fallen elder god Shinnok is getting his ass handed to him on a nearby ridge. Lin Kuei is here for some reason. Don't know why she's here, never explained, and is beating the snot out of him. Taven doesn't know that Shinnok's a baddie because back in his day, he was just another elder god, so he rushes in to help. Taven, son of Argus, I am weakened. You must protect me. Step away from Lord Shinnok, now, Taven shouts. And Lin Kuei's like, what is happening? But the two battle, with Taven scaring her away. Your assistance could not have come at a better time, Shinnok groans, rising to his feet. I've changed Shinnok's voice, but this will be the voice I use moving forwards, because it's a much better Shinnok voice. You defended me against the she-devil Lin Kuei, and for that I am forever grateful. You see, I am an elder god no longer, cast down for meddling in the affairs of mortals, cursed to preside over this wretched netherrealm. What did you do? I have a question of my own. Why are you here?
Let's move on.
New topic.
Don't need to worry about that.
Don't look it up. Don't.
And why are they calling you Gibby Chevrolet now?
Taven is super excited to talk about himself, so he explains about Dagon and the Red Dragon and the competition. Shinnok promises to help, but in return, we need to clear out his spire. The Chaos Cleric Havoc has taken it over, and he's back. And he's running rampant with demons and devils.
I take it back. The Netherrealm is looking pretty chaotic. I take it back.
Havoc doesn't have a plan or even a need for this spire. He just doesn't want it to be under anyone's control.
Love it.
Perfect.
We beat him, ripping him apart and mashing him into the dirt. Havoc will eventually heal, but not before Shinnok regains
that's
control.
right. So he rips his own body off.
Yeah, he can heal. He's basically immortal. With his butt on the throne, Shinnok explains that Dagon isn't in the Netherrealm anymore. We clearly just missed him.
We took too long.
Apparently he's back on Earthrealm. This has all been a colossal waste of time.
Also, unrelated, but Gibby Chevrolet gives the biggest, Power Rangers villain aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yes, so Zap, Shinnok sends us back to Earthrealm. He's strong, Shinnok muses to himself. Perhaps I am aiding the wrong brother.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dagon steps out from behind the throne. He was just hiding there the whole time.
Fucking liar.
Also, he's kind of giving more Kratos these days.
Oh, Dagon.
Yeah, but mixed with Gears of War guy.
Big head.
Yeah. Dagon steps out and Shinnok's like, there is more to this quest than you know. The prize is not merely some gift. It will determine the fate of many mortals. I have informed other warriors of the prize to hasten their participation.
Oh, for fuck's sake, does Gibby Chevrolet start the war?
They will think, as you did, that godlike power will be bestowed upon the victor. It is a deception. They are marching to their doom. You shall be the victor and the catalyst for my ascension. Tell me what I need to do, Lord Shinnok, Dagon bows. We cut back to Taven. Shinnok zapped him into Orin's cave. The dragon is on the brink of death. Quan Chi somehow discovered his location and ambushed him. So that must be what Quan Chi was looking
Fucking
for.
Quan Chi.
Yeah, he's such a dick. His final act is to send Dagon after the sorcerer.
Final act?
His final act. He sends him after the sorcerer. He's at Shao Kahn's fortress in Outworld. We never see Orin again, so let's just assume a
moment of silence.
Fatality.
Battling through the fortress, O'Neill is having a moment of silence. Great podcasting. Going to continue. Oh, what we doing, Chase?
Rip.
Chase has a rip, an R.I.P. voice. Jesus Christ.
I am not letting you have this during the next recording we do tomorrow.
So we go after Quan Chi for revenge. It turns out he's at Shao Kahn's fortress in Outworld. Battling through the fortress is a cakewalk, with Taven growing more and more powerful with each fight, and he meets Melina, who Taven thinks is a snack.
No, I mean, she's going to snack on you.
Yeah. Shujinko, he also meets Shujinko, who claims that Shujinko is in jail. He claims he let himself be captured by Shao Kahn so he can get close to him, but he also needs Taven's help to get out of his cell. So I meant to do this.
Can anybody actually beat Pachinko, or is he literally just the strongest fighter?
I don't know, honestly.
I feel like he's the strongest
nonsense.
fighter, but he's also just an idiot.
I think his stupidity lowers his power level. You know? Yeah. So we also meet Goro, who is guarding the door to Shao Kahn's throne room.
He's
Is it funny to
God.
you that yes, Jesus. Is it funny to you that his nips are on the lower of the two sets of pecs?
Yeah,
Now,
I never thought about that.
If I was designing this character, I would maybe put them on the higher of the two sets of stacked pecs.
I see no nips at all.
What? Point out that nip.
That's a
And on the other
shadow.
side, no,
That's a nip.
no. There's one on the other side too. Look,
Yeah. See the
Are
darkness.
your nips straight lines?
he's
Well, no,
stretching
but he
his
is a
arms. It's an
dragon man.
animation. He's like, you know.
Yes. I'm more on. He's working his traps way too
do
much.
me a favor. Do me
He's
a favor.
lost his neck.
Commenters, get in the comments. Where do you think Goro's nips should be canonically?
Yes, the top pecs or the bottom pecs.
Why are his nips the same color as his fingernails?
I am more concerned with the fact that this is the Mortal Kombat champion of the old days, and he's
Is it like-
relegated
what-
to bodyguard for door.
What is the way? Is it that you're meant to match your lipstick color to the color of your nipples? Is that it?
I don't
Or is
know
it your
what-
fingernail polish?
I don't know what the rules for nips and lips are.
I think it's one of the two. Commenters get in there.
This has been Nips and Lips with Chase.
Anyway, he has no neck. I don't like it. Work your traps less.
we work past Goro. He's fine. We also meet Reiko, Shao Kahn's general, who tries to recruit Taven with his fist. In the center, we get past him. In the central chamber, our big bads have gathered. Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Dragon Emperor Onaga,
Again, how
and
is he
Quan
alive?
Chi.
How are they all in a room together without trying to kill each other?
100%. Yeah. It's a whole thing. You might be wondering how Onaga is still alive.
I am
Yeah.
wondering.
It all goes back to Shinnok. Shinnok found him in the Nether Realm and brought him back to life.
You know, I appreciate just the simple explanation.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm okay with that one.
Because it would bring about Armageddon or whatever. I don't know.
You know, I'm okay with that one because at least that is a nice, simple, to the point one, and we don't need all the convoluted bullshit.
Well, like how Shang Tsung made a death pact with Shao Kahn, and because Shao Kahn cloned himself, the death pact ended up working out in the end.
That or whatever the fuck a scorpion in the tornado was.
yeah, that's totally fair. Quan Chi's like leading the meeting, and is like, and that is why we should put our differences aside and form an alliance. And the Dragon Emperor is like, I will not join an alliance of traitors. Should point out, I didn't talk about this in Deception. It is Shao Kahn was an advisor. That's what we're told. It turns out he was actually Onaga's advisor, and he stabbed him in the back to become Khan. So like, it wasn't like he conquered and he defeated him in war. He's a little slimy bastard that stabbed him in the back.
Literally just took over an existing empire.
100%.
He's given himself that name.
Which makes him a terrible conqueror, because that means he's conquered zilch except for Edenia.
I mean, it does make sense why all of his plans for Mortal Kombat were fucked.
Terrible.
0 for 4 at this point?
Yeah, not good. So Onaga's like, I'm not going to join you. You're all a bunch of treacherous pricks. And Quan Chi's like, we are all treacherous by nature, and betrayal is inevitable. But if we do not stand together, this is direct dialogue.
But we should get some shit done before we actually get to the betrayal.
I love the cheese of this line. He goes, if we do not stand together, at least initially, it could mean the end of darkness. Like the end of evil.
Darkness?
Darkness?
Oh my god!
For the sake of evil.
We need to find the light in our hearts, guys.
This is the second time today that you've referenced Kingdom Hearts. I'm getting worried.
To be fair, this is the most convoluted we've gotten since then.
Yeah.
It's putting it back in the brain.
Onaga turns to leave. He's like, enough of this. And Shao Kahn calls after him. Onaga, wait. Emperor Onaga! The dragon bellows. Not anymore, Shao Kahn states. The forces of light also seek to acquire this power, and we've seen time and time again that we cannot defeat them alone. Only if we join forces does one of us have a chance of winning the prize. Shang Tsung steps forwards. But which one of us? If Onaga is the victor, we could use that power to overthrow you. Shao Kahn eyes the former Dragon Emperor. I'll take that chance. There's a beat as the villains all look at each other, sizing up the challenge ahead. Let's go, Quan Chi booms, opening a portal. Our allies are waiting.
It's time to quench.
Onaga stretches his talons and turns to the portal, a smile widening the folds of his face. To war, he bellows. Taven starts to head for the portal to go after them, but a familiar face stops him. Dark Raiden.
Oh.
His skin is grey, his eyes are red.
Changed his full aesthetic.
Yeah, his whole look has changed now. And he's donning his black warrior's garb.
He really wants you to know he's evil.
He flashes down in front of Taven.
Grumpy.
He is an angry bastard here. He puts a hand out, calmly blocking his path. Raiden, you look different. Never mind. Shao Kahn and his allies are planning something. Raiden looks Taven up and down. That is none of my concern. But you've always fought against Shao Kahn's forces, ever since I was a child. I have struck a deal with the Emperor. Shao Kahn will honor Earthrealm's independence when his forces have won.
Oh, God.
Why would that lunatic honor such an agreement? Raiden takes a fighting stance. Because in return, I will prevent you from completing your quest.
Ooh.
Raiden does not prevent us from completing our quest.
But that's not the end of the game?
No. With all that he's learned, we dispatch Raiden, leaving the Thunder God sparking on the ground. None of this makes sense.
Dumbass.
Since awakening, his entire life has been turned upside down. Raiden siding with the enemy? He steps through the portal, coming face to face, bless him, with Scorpion.
Our favorite dummy thick boy.
I love Scorpion so much. This is like, yeah.
Scorpion might be my favorite character.
Yeah. Scorpion's top tier for me.
I really love just the dumbass meatheads.
He's now the champion of the Elder Gods, right?
Was he? Scorpion is still on a quest for revenge, but it's a new quest for revenge.
Against who?
The Elder Gods.
Right.
They betrayed me, he says. As reward for doing their bidding, they promised to resurrect my clan.
Remember back when he was going to protect Sub-Zero?
Yeah.
Yeah, so remember, the Elder Gods promised if he becomes their champion for a bit, they will resurrect his clan. And he goes, they did! They're no longer dead! Now they're undead! For this treachery, I will eliminate the Elder Gods. Only means of saving the realms from Armageddon. I will destroy both your brother and you. Scorpion
How does
summons...
everybody know about this quest?
It's just common knowledge by now. A bunch of stuff happens off screen that we just don't... I couldn't even cover if I wanted to because it's just not raised.
Okay.
We skip a lot of like the core character stuff. Yes, Scorpion summons legions of undead, old friends and warriors and loved ones from his clan.
His wife and child?
Yeah, they're zombies now. They swarm Taven, who fights through them with the Elder Gods suck. They swarm Taven, who fights through them with gritted teeth, thinking of the tragedy that seems to have befallen this very angry man. But as Scorpion goes down, his brother's voice sounds from behind. Well done, Taven, Dagon chuckles. I was hoping Scorpion would kill you and spare me the effort, but it looks like I'll have to finish this myself. The two brothers prepare to fight. And then an interruption. Blaze has been having a day of it.
He looks different.
The prophecy is starting to go wrong. Dagon's turned into a baddie. A whole bunch of combatants are preparing to attack the Pyramid of Argus long before we were supposed to. It's been a lot for the Firespawn. The quest has been corrupted, he tells the brothers. All did not go exactly as my creator had foreseen it. You are in the wrong location. I will transport you to the rim of the crater where the final battle will take place. The quest will conclude when one of you defeats me in combat. I want nothing to do with this quest, Taven shouts. My business is with Dagon, not the end of days. Fire spits from Blaze at that. You have no choice. We are all bound to the quest. The fate of the realms will be decided today. Then let's get this over with, Dagon spits. Whoosh! In a roar of flames, Blaze transports the brothers to the top of the Pyramid of Argus. The firespawn is nowhere to be seen. Dagon and Taven take a moment of reprieve before the final battle. You will pay for killing mother and father, Taven says through gritted teeth. I had to, Dagon states plainly. Lord Shinnok warned me that they had decided to assist you. You killed them over the prize? Dagon unsheathes 2 ceremonial swords.
Oh no, he has both Michael and Chris.
Yeah. With the very weapons Father gave us to use against Blaze. And now I will use them to destroy you. Atop the Pyramid of Argus, brother fights brother. Dagon is a tricky fight. He's got crazy reach with the swords and he's shockingly agile despite being so much older. Taven summons all his might and grabs one of the swords, cutting his brother down in a gush of blood. Blaze arrives moments too late. Unfortunate. It was not intended that the brothers combat each other. Dagon has fallen. Now you must fulfill your obligation.
I'm so confused. So is Blaze on their side? Like, is he...
Blaze is just an entity.
Is he like a knowing part? Like,
Okay.
he knows he's part of this town?
Think
Yes,
of like
yes.
Surtur at the end of Ragnarok.
Yes.
In Thor.
Yes.
Like he's there there's the prophesized end of the world.
He is the
That
facilitator.
That is his function, and he believes that the prophecy has to go step by step.
So
and these two are fucking it up.
So he's chill, but he will still end the world.
He wants to
'Cause
end
it's
the
just his
world
job.
because
It's his job. Yeah, it's his job. So we're going to get kind of a full explanation now. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah, basically he's like, right, you've now got to do it. You've now got to fight me. And Taven's like, obligation? This quest destroyed my family. Explain to me why I should care. And Blaze lays it all out. No big twists here. His mother, Delia, foresaw the coming of Armageddon, that through Mortal Kombat, warriors would unknowingly tap into the very forces that make reality possible. Those warriors are now in the crater below them, engaged in Mortal Kombat. All of them? Taven asks. But with that many fighting in one place. The Elder Gods ordered your father to orchestrate a solution, Blaze says. He decided to kill them all when the time came, but your mother argued to merely strip the combatants of their special abilities. For some were heroes undeserving of death. In the end, they conceived of a contest between you and your brother. The victor would unleash one of 2 solutions. Like a coin toss, one side would disarm the warriors, the other would destroy them all. Well, which side am I? Which side was he? It is unknown to me. Your armor is the catalyst. The fates of the combatants will be revealed when our battle is done. Taven picks up his sword and looks ahead to where Blaze waits for their final confrontation. It is never revealed which side of the coin is flipped.
What?
We never learn if Dagon or Taven represent death or disarmament. We never learn that because in the way that Mortal Kombat is, this is where like his story ends. This is where the campaign ends. And then we play Mortal Kombat with whichever fighter we want. Whoever kills Blaze gets that power, becomes all powerful. It's implied through other stuff in comics, but it's not set in stone lore-wise, so that's why I'm not going to commit to it. That it's the one being effectively will possess whoever wins is the last man standing here. But the key thing is you must kill Blaze, and then whoosh, you get all of that power.
The one being is in the original God.
The original God. That's the implication, but really it's through side stuff and all that. I'm just tossing it out as an idea. What happens here is very vague. It's very vague, so you have to piece it together yourself. But here we go. Taven cuts down, this is the way that I read it. Taven cuts down Blaze using his ceremonial sword, as below them, the many combatants tear each other limb from limb. As Taven plunges... Oh, sorry, we didn't get a fatality for Dagon.
Fatality.
As Taven plunges the blade deep into the firespawn, it explodes, revealing a terrible aftermath.
Fatality.
Everyone is dead. Everyone that is, except for... Oh yeah, go on.
Fatality.
Yeah. Everyone is dead. Everyone that is, except for Raiden, Shao Kahn, and Taven.
Not great.
Weird
options.
collection of them.
Yep, this is all
Why
that's left.
Shao Kahn? Like Raiden, sure, fine, whatever. Why Shao Kahn?
He's just he's Shao Kahn. He's the big bad from
he's
the OG.
not.
Yeah, but he was always the conqueror. His spectre looms large. It's Shao Kahn. So it turns out that Taven beat...
Love two of them in their battle poses, and then Taven just T-posing.
Yeah. I couldn't get a decent picture of Taven.
Just Taven still face school photo day.
Raiden, Shao Kahn, and Taven. It turns out that Taven beat some sense into Raiden back in Shao Kahn's fortress. He couldn't stand idly by as his friends killed each other and doomed the realms to Shao Kahn's rule. He zaps into the battlefield, going for Shao Kahn, but the Conqueror bats him to the side. He marches up the stairs, finding Taven, absorbing the gift of Argus from Blaze. He raises his hammer high in the air and brings it down hard, crushing Taven's skull.
God.
Fatality.
The son of Argus, on the cusp of godhood, splatters to the floor. Raiden goes to stop him, but Shao Kahn knocks him back with another sweep of his hammer, preparing to absorb the power of Blaze into him. All goes dark. Armageddon comes. The end.
Jesus.
Fatality.
For everyone.
Everybody's dead. Shao Kahn wins.
Series reset. Does Shao Kahn win?
Shao Kahn wins. I'm telling you that canonically. We will learn more about what that means another day.
But does that not include he's dead?
No. All goes dark as in all goes dark for Raiden, sorry. And when I said Armageddon, I used it like everybody, all my friends are dead. It's Shao
So
Kahn's
now
won.
Oh, okay, so Shao Kahn's the only one.
has ultimate supreme power and everyone else is dead.
Everybody
Jesus
is dead,
Christ, Jesus
including
Christ, okay.
Raiden, including Shinnok. Everybody is dead. Shao Kahn stands alone at the top of the Pyramid of
Rip.
Argus. Secrets! Through arcade mode, any of our characters can reach the top of the pyramid in non-canon
60
endings.
characters.
Yeah, 62.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to rattle through each one, but here are a few of my favorites, because we learned some fun things. Reptile. Yes. This is always the picture. They kind of do like a ceremonial fighting dance on top as we learn.
Is he finally going to get to fuck?
Reptile. It's revealed in Reptile's ending that inside the Pyramid of Argus is a female Zaterran. It turns out that Reptile is not the last of his race. The glory of Zatara will return once more. Here's another one. Chameleon. Of course I picked Chameleon. As the battle raged, Chameleon camouflaged himself and raced to the top of the pyramid unseen, even though he had been ever present for every crisis throughout the realms, from Liu Kang's victory to the return of the Dragon King. He had remained hidden from sight, waiting for his moment to come. That moment had arrived. From this day forth, the realms will know Chameleon as the true champion of Mortal Kombat.
Right, good.
Motaro.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
What
Motaro.
a weird one.
The Centaurian, who for some reason in this
why has
game
he
is
only
on
got two legs?
I was about to say.
Yeah, 2 legs, not 4. In the real world, this is because the animators struggled to make the new fighting styles work with 4 legs, so they just made it 2, and in this ending, it's written away that his people were cursed to be minotaurs rather than centaurs. Anyway, Motaro uses the power of Blaze to get his 4 legs back. Hooray.
Wow. Wow.
He uses the power of Blaze to fuck the animators.
I know that this is actually your real favorite character, Striker. Striker's the cop.
Oh,
The fire-
I forgot he existed.
The fire of Blaze burned away Striker's previous notion of justice. The power coursing through his soul inspired him to fight injustice on its own terms. No longer would he allow himself to be confined by the law. He would strike evil from the shadows. A vigilante. Soon, all the realms will know the name Striker.
So now he's Batman.
Great.
He's like more Punisher, I think, is the implication. Last one. The real most important character in Mortal Kombat is, of course, Mocap.
I also forgot about Mocap.
The fury of Blaze's destruction killed all those present at the final battle. Mocap was ripped apart, his soul cast into the Edenian sky. His name is taught in Edenian astronomy today. He is the constellation Mocap.
Hysterical.
So he doesn't get ultimate power. He's
doesn't.
just killed and thrown into the sky.
Thrown into the stars.
Please tell me that Johnny Cash makes it up here and uses this power to make the ultimate movie.
All of the others were kind of dull as I worked through them. It was like, Johnny Cage makes an ultimate movie. Sonya Blade makes Special Forces, and they're really, really good now. It's like these were the really silly ones that I managed to get. So yeah,
that
finally,
it? Oh.
one last thing. Mortal Kombat Armageddon does not have cooking with Scorpion or combat chess. It has a different secret mode. Can I interest you in a game of motor combat?
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely you can.
A Mortal Kombat themed kart racer.
Absolutely you can.
Is it any good?
It's fine. It has Mortal Kombat themed tracks, power-ups like throwing a spear, it's Scorpion's spear that pulls other carts close to slow them down.
That's pretty cool.
It's really good stuff. Yeah, this is just a secret mode that
And
lives
they're
in there.
fighting on a ribcage.
Yeah, entire little game in there. See, nowadays that would cost you 20 quid. Like as a microtransaction. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
They just built that and just stuffed
love
that in.
it.
And that is the end of Mortal Kombat Phase 1.
This series is so fucking goofy.
Isn't it just? Isn't it
Series
great?
is so goofy.
I'm quite surprised by that. That was not
Bad ending.
bad ending again. Yeah.
I'm surprised by how much I've ended up really liking the series. I kind of thought it would be like, oh, we'll have fun. It'll be whatever. And not just the level of my style of ape shittery.
Yeah.
This is very up my alley specifically.
It's So what am I going to tell you about the next ones? So we have Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11. And then DLC for 11, which we'll cover.
So was 8 kind of just like a fun little filler one between the
Mortal Kombat
arcs?
DC, yeah. I mean, this didn't sell particularly well, and generally it was like, we were changing generations, and
So
there were a lot of
meant
problems.
to be high, here's people you like, come back.
Come back, totally. And then I will tell you that Mortal Kombat 9 is a reboot. I will also tell you that everything we've just covered is canon in that reboot.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'm not going to elaborate further.
I mean, I guess that does make sense if we're going to have Skullface as our big bad again.
Can.
Oh, Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, if we're rebooting, I'm assuming we're going back to the original Mortal Kombat's where it was him.
you'll see. Mortal Kombat 9 rocks. I love Mortal Kombat 9.
Cool.
And I really won't give you more other than just from this point on, the stories are they're still goofy, they're still dumb, but it starts to take its character work a bit more seriously. Like, you do get scenes now where characters will just have a drink and talk about stuff, and it's really interesting to hear them like ruminate on their grief or try to flirt with each other, or it's really good.
So phase 2 is 9 through 11.
9 through 11. 9, 10, 11. We have 3 games plus a 4th DLC episode covering 11's DLC.
And then they reboot it again.
Then they rebooted it again.
So 9 is a soft reboot. 1 is a hard reboot.
They are both technically soft reboots.
Cool.
But we are not covering Mortal Kombat 1. You will understand why when we cover 11. 11 very much sets up this is what happens next, and you will get a sense of it. It's just not very good. And this 11 also acts as just a beautiful big hurrah for everything we've covered so far. All of this is technically relevant by the time we get to Mortal Kombat 11.
Cool.
Despite the fact we're doing a reboot.
Yeah,
and I will not tell you
I think
more.
we're both pleasantly surprised so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had fun.
Yeah, they're short, they're sweet. There's 100 characters, which is part of the lore dump fun. And it like when I tell you it gets wild, it just gets real batshit and bonkers from here. Somehow this is not the most bonkers part.
Stellar.
I'm
Yeah.
just delighted for my boy Reptile.
Let him fuck.
Did not think that Reptile would become a
Let him
standout for you.
I just can't wait to see more Gibby Chevrolet.
Sincerely, okay, give me your favorite character. I know, because they're all so
Scorpion.
quick.
It's Scorpion.
Scorpion, I think
It's
that's
Scorpion.
absolutely fair. Yeah,
He's so dummy thick.
Scorpion gets better.
He's
in
my
the new
favorite
ones.
himbo.
Scorpion gets better in the sense that his backstory in the new ones, it's the same beats, it's that same vibe, but my god, do they actually explore what does that fucking do to a man? And it's so good.
Okay, but is he still a goofy himbo, or do they suddenly make him serious?
No, he's still a goofy himbo.
Okay, that's fine. Then.
But they look at it a bit more sincerely, and it's fantastic. Jax is top tier. Johnny Cage is top tier. These characters really come into their own now.
Legitimately, I'm curious if adding sincerity is going to make me like the series less.
I think you will still love the nonsense because there's
I
so
hope
much
so.
nonsense.
I hope that it is still this level of nonsense because I just fear that adding sincerity to it will.
I think you're underestimating
Dull the nonsense.
how sincere this game was meant to be. This is
that.
very for the time. This is dark and sincere,
See,
and nothing
main issue with this-
funny or positive happened. It's just goofy enough that we
Yeah.
find silliness in it.
the main issue I have with this one, and I did like this one, but to have a culminatory game and then suddenly introduce a complete
Two new characters.
two new characters,
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
new plot, all of the characters we know and love are like side characters,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then
I
they don't even
completely
win.
agree.
And they don't even win. Like I've had fun and I really enjoyed this one, but I'm glad that it is not the actual proper climax.
You're going to love how this ends, like how this series ends. This series has one of the most epic finales of any series we've ever covered.
Hell yeah.
Not in a way where it's like we're going to flash back and deal with two characters for ages. What you wanted from that opening, where it's just like chaos and war and battle and characters dying and all this, that is 11. 11 really goes hard on this. This is the last Mortal Kombat ever. It obviously isn't, but it acts like it is. Like it almost thinks like you almost play that thinking NetherRealm don't think they're going to be able to make another one, and it's so cool and it builds and it's so good and I love this goddamn series. It's so stupid and brilliant and funny and yeah. Anyway,
Interesting.
we are going to say goodbye. Before we do though, we're going to leave you with a little tease of what comes next. What did you think of that tease?
Baseball?
Turn it off! No!
See you later, folks!
Bye.
Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat. Boom, boom.